Hi, Jess. I have your scan here, so I'm just gonna go over some of the things on it. I mean, it's not a bad scan at all. Just want to go over some things on it and maybe set up some goals for the next 12 weeks. So, you have like a subtle D shape here. So, you could either have C, and then you flatten that C out, and it turns into an I, and it turns into a D. And then you want a more and more pronounced D. So as you see, you do have a subtle D shape here. So ideally, we want to make this a more pronounced D. And we do that by losing body weight, especially in the form of body fat. So that's the goal. And then if you happen to increase muscle, that's great too. So that might happen. So the scan is recommending 21.8 pounds of body fat loss. So a good goal, and I don't think this is like unrealistic, in the next 12 weeks is to lose 20 pounds of body fat. I mean, it'll take some pretty big discipline with nutrition. But I do think it is something that is achievable for you. So if you were to do that, so 20, so it's about 1.5 pounds per week was what you'd have to lose of body fat. So again, it would take some pretty good discipline with nutrition and, really, making sure you're getting all of your foods in the day, not skipping meals so that you can keep your metabolism running as fast as possible. Because if you go long periods of time in a day without eating, your metabolism is going to slow down. And we want to avoid that. We want to get your metabolism running as fast as possible. And then as far as, not skipping meals is going to be huge. Not skipping foods is going to be huge. And then also, the unhealthy meal or cheat meal, sometimes people refer to it, really eliminating that to, one meal a week or something like that. I know your travel schedule gets a little crazy, so it's going to take a decent amount of planning ahead on your part, but I do think you can do it. All right. So with that being said, if you were happen to lose 20 pounds of body fat, that would put your body weight at 177. That might not happen because you might gain muscle. Okay. So more so than body fat, we'd like to see, so you currently have 62 pounds of body fat. So more so than losing body weight, we'd like to see losing it in form of body fat. So having that number read like closer to 42 at the end of the 12 weeks. You currently have 31.5% body fat, which is not awful. That's why I said this is not a bad scan. Average for women is 18 to 28, and you're very close to the upper end of that average. Down here, you're able to support your body weight over 100% with all parts of your body, including your legs, with your right leg at 105%, left leg at 106%, which is great. Your visceral fat levels are at a level 12. 10 and below is considered healthy. So again, as you lose body fat, that'll just naturally go down. So I'm going to work your numbers right here with your basal metabolic rate. I want you to eat close to that number. Absolutely never going under it. Slightly over it on days that you work out is okay. But the closer you are to that number, the better in terms of losing body fat. If you go below that number, though, you're not going to lose body fat. Some people argue that you should go a little higher than that regularly, but it's going to depend on, what happens. I find that if I can get people close to that number, they have pretty good success. So that's your scan. I'm going to add your nutrition packet to your CF845 app. There's probably one in there already, but I just want to see where we are, if any of those numbers need to be adjusted, and then come up with your food plan and preparing your meals and that kind of thing. So like I said, even if you don't get that 20, but getting close, even if you get 12, 1 pound a week or something like that, that would look a lot different. Now you're in the single digits recommendation, you're down 12 pounds there, and you're at 50 pounds of body fat. So that's would be a great achievement. So let me know questions.